Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions coming at you here with our second edition of Black Ops Sniper gameplay commentary. Man, that's a mouthful. That's a lot to say. Anyway, what I wanted to take this time to talk with you about today is, like the title says, don't be content with sniping in Call of Duty Black Ops. I mean, if you're happy with the way sniping is, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you that you should feel any way. I mean, hey, this is a game. We're all here to enjoy it. Have fun as you see fit. But I think what a lot of people were hoping was that eventually sniping in Black Ops would become reminiscent of, if not Modern Warfare 2, then Call of Duty 4 sniping. Because, let's make no bones about it, sniping in Black Ops right now, as it was before, is still hard. People like Hutch have said it was broken. I believe that was before the patch. I don't know how he feels about it afterwards. I haven't seen anything on it. But to me, after the patch, before the patch, doesn't matter. Sniping in this game remains an exercise in futility. That's what it is. There's, be it the scope in sway, the off-center scope, the lack of idle sway for other overly accurate assault rifles and submachine guns, the map design, and those myriad of things. Sniping is still a problem. It is still more often than not, and I'll be the first to tell you this kind of game that you're going to watch right now, this is an aberration for me. When I'm trying to snipe, this kind of game is an aberration. I might go only slightly negative. I might go 1 or 2 or 5 positive or something like that. But this kind of game is definitely an exception rather than the rule, and I have no problem admitting that. I have no problem admitting that I suck at the game. If that makes it easier for you to watch my videos, fine. I suck, okay. But one thing I wanted to respond to real quick before I get into what I wanted to talk with you about here today is people that say you have to adjust your gameplay to snipe in Black Ops, and I think that is missing the point a little bit. I think that is missing the point of people that want sniping to be changed to their liking or the way it was in previous titles. And the reason I say that is because, really, when you think about it, the difficulty of sniping in Black Ops isn't because they've made it a more skillful tactic. They didn't make it so that you need more skill to do it. They just made it harder just by the intrinsic game design. Like I said, the map, the map design, the off-center scope, the forced scope in sway that you can't overcome. I mean, all these things are unable to be overcome with any amount of skill, so simply changing your playstyle really isn't going to do much, because if you're off-center scope, if you can't overcome the scope in sway, and you're playing on smaller maps that aren't conducive to sniping, there's really no way to change your playstyle to make it work. But the thing that and so that's really my response, or how I respond to people that say, oh, well, you just have to change your play style and then sniping will be good, or then if you're good enough, sniping will be okay for you. And one thing, and really this is the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to get to here today, and that's, I'm not content. Full disclosure, I am not content with the way snipers are now. I know a lot of snipers, and maybe I'm just taking a bit of a shot in the dark here, but I think a lot of people kind of have been biting their tongues since, I believe it was patch 1.04 came out. I believe that was the patch that had the sniper patch where they changed that full ADS timer. And quick aside, I don't know why I'm doing this. If you look at the guy's name, it's Glitch Switch 420, which, okay, hardy Glitch Switch, but 420, stop putting that in your gamer tags, guys, kids, whatever. We get it. You like pot, cool, very good, good for you. I need to broadcast it to everybody. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, gamers biting their tongues. I think a lot of snipers have been biting their tongues since patch 1.04 came out, and I believe it's because they don't want to seem like they're asking for the world. People have other problems, and they're sick of being shouted down by people on the forums. Enough with the sniping threads, enough with your sniping complaints. You're lucky you got this. If you think about it, in this game where they moved more towards the gunplay to focus on the gunplay, they went and gimped and severely hindered an entire class of weapons. It just doesn't make any sense. And now I think the reason all of this anti-sniping, anti-quickscoping arguments, I think it can all be traced back to one cornerstone idea, and that is that quickscoping is easy. It's that simple. Every argument about anti-sniping flows from that idea that quickscoping is easy. If quickscoping is easy, then a lot of people are doing it. If a lot of people are doing it, then it's a hindrance to the game as a whole. If it's easy, then it's overpowered because, you know, all these people are getting all these kills, and then from there we have to nerf it, or we have to change it, we have to alter it. And I think that if you're able to dispel that cornerstone notion, then the rest of those arguments become obsolete because they unravel at the seams, you know, like a bad t-shirt after you wash it a few times. So thinking about that idea that quickscoping is easy, I think it can be summed up best by what I like to call the Derek Jeter effect. Okay, you all know Derek Jeter, shortstop for the New York Yankees, is revered by everybody. He's got however many Gold Gloves, I think it's 6 or 7. Along with a few MVP awards, and everybody, you know, from sports pundits to just regular old fans would say all the time, "Oh, Derek Jeter's such a great fielder. Derek Jeter's such a great defensive shortstop." But when you watch Derek Jeter, when you watch him play, and you watch literally every baseball hit towards him or near him, you start to find out, if you know what you're looking for, he's not that good of a fielder. What was happening was that people were remembering the diving plays, they were remembering the jump throws, they were remembering the playoff heroics, and they were expanding that to encompass all of Derek Jeter's defensive abilities, which is just, that's an improper way to go about evaluating talent. And I think that's what happened with quickscoping, especially in Modern Warfare 2. People saw the montages on YouTube, and if you weren't a quickscoper, and you got killed by a quickscoper, you thought, oh man, everybody's doing it. Everybody, you know, all these games are like this, because you're not going to remember, you know, because you don't like quickscoping, you're not going to remember that game where you killed a bunch of quickscopers or all the quickscopers missed. You're not going to remember those games. What you're going to remember is when you got killed, and then you're going to expand that. You say, oh man, every game was like that, and I was getting killed a lot. Yeah, and so it must have been really easy. It's not. Quickscoping is not easy. So I think if we go from there, everything kind of just falls apart, and really quickscoping is not easy. Therefore, you know what, not every game in Modern Warfare 2 was like this. Not every game. It's not easy. Not everybody was doing it. Not all these kills. It's not overpowered. Therefore, you don't have to nerf it. You don't have to change it. You don't have to alter it. So I say to snipers, don't let yourself be fooled into thinking that you have been given enough, because snipers are still a problem. From the hit detection to all those other things that I said, snipers are still a problem, and they need to be fixed in this game, because really that is one of the things that I think is holding this game back from being truly, truly great. I like this game. I don't think it's the best. I do have some issues with it, but I think sniping is one of those issues that if it was fixed, that we'd have a whole new crop of people saying, oh my god, this game is so great. Anyway, that's my time. I gotta get out of here, kids. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe, rate, comment at your leisure. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for your time. I'll see you guys next time.